Okay guys, I finally picked up the Chauvet Nimbus. This one is the Junior, the smaller one. Half the size of the original, and according to the guys, pretty much the specs are half the specs. And yes, PK, look, 240 volt, not the 110 volt. Right, let's crack the box open and let's see what it comes with. Basically, from what I understand, it's just a big black kettle with a box inside it, kind of like a deep fryer. Oh, we get a brown box and then we get a Chauvet box inside it, typical. That's why Steven Spielberg's son over there doing the camera angles for me. Oh, look, specifically designed for bridal waltzes, dancing on a cloud effect apparently. Okay. Bam. 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 Nothing much to it, doesn't look like any assembly involved, there are none. Okay. One bag with the gear in it, one bag with instructions in it. The effect time is supposed to be, from what I understand, between 2.5 and 3 minutes, which should be plenty for a bridal waltz. One power cord, straight into the junction box. Okay, the the standard has a second power cord that you can plug in to speed up the heat time. The Junior doesn't have that by the looks of things. One lock handle as opposed to the two on the top, and a much smaller grate. Can you see in there, footer? Okay, works exactly the same principle as the large one. You've got a drop handle with all the way out of the water, halfway into the water, and then all the way full burn. Okay. We're going to shut the video off and then we're going to fire this thing up. It takes about half an hour to heat the water up and give it a shot. Back soon. Okay, right. Okay, we ran a timer on the Nimbus to see how long it took for the ready button to come on. When you fill it up, it tells you that the heater light will come on when the water level is at the right level, which is just below the edge of the basket. It was filled with standard room temperature water to get a good reading, 15 minutes before the red light came on. So, obviously, that's your minimum prepared time, 15 minutes to have the water boiling ready to go for your machine. However, obviously filling it up with hot water from the tap would speed that up. There's our handy dandy box of dry ice. There's 5 kilos in there. You can't see it with that it's camera.
Completely empty.
I can barely see it. Safety precautions. Always wear gloves and safety glasses, boys and girls. The basket in the Junior holds 2.5 kilos. Don't handle dry ice with your bare hands. Okay, safe to touch, not safe to hold. Obviously, steam and a wet bucket. As soon as the dry ice goes in there, we're going to start getting some effect out of the nozzle. Handles up. You can see steam coming out of there. That puppy is warm, 77 degrees Celsius, apparently, according to the manual. Here we go. The problem is, I can't actually see how much ice is in the bucket. As you can see, even without the catch tray down, we're getting an effect to start with. Whoop! That's obviously spilt over the edge and hit the water. That container holds too much. We've got water spillage there, so. Yeah, obviously too much dry ice in there.
We'll need to work on that. Is this with the bucket in the water?
No, this is without the bucket in the water. We've got too much in there, we've spilt over the edge, we're in the water without the bucket being plunged. Okay. The dry ice coming out is warm. However, the dry ice on the floor is cool. Not a lot, it's dropped the temperature, what, maybe 3 or 4 degrees, but enough to be perceptive that there's a coolness around your hand. But like I said, this is warm. The projection of the steam has died down a bit now. I'm going to drop the bucket because the bucket is still in the rest mode. It's gone right through into the lounge room. That is awesome. Okay. That's at the first notch, which is half strength, which is basically where it was projecting out when we had the overspill. That's full. Are we timing this? We are? Sweet, so we can time it. We do know how long a full bucket, yeah, that's really dropped the temperature around my knees now. We'll be able to tell how long dropping a full bucket in should last, whether it's long enough to run a full bridle waltz or not. I'm loving it. It's low, as you can see, it's at the height of the couch, pan around there. So we're looking 30 centimetres deep. It's not very high. And as you walk through it, it doesn't fluff up like a cool smoke machine does. The dry ice machine's going to stay low and give them the effect that they're dancing on a cloud, hiding their feet without coming up and interfering with the video camera. I'm loving this. This is bloody brilliant. Okay. Like I said, we're just running it now basically to see what our total run time for one bucket of ice is, whether we will be able to get through an entire bridal waltz before the room dissipates. It's 3:15 in the afternoon, so it's the middle of the day, so the room temperature is probably going to be a little bit warmer than we would expect running at a venue at night. The front door is open, but the rest of the house is closed, and that's spilling out of our dance floor size area, I suppose, down
the next
hallways and
wondering what the hell's going on.
And right through the entire house, yeah. But as you can see, while they're moving and dancing, it will flow around, but it fills in pretty much straight away. Our outspill has died right down, but it's still coming out. We still have an effect. What sort of a time have we got there?
It's 5 minutes 30.
5 minutes 30 since we've been filming, or since we actually dropped it?
We've been filming, so
Okay,
about 20
so
seconds.
we'll work it out when we edit the video, and we'll be able to tell you how long from filling the bucket to pretty much a dissipation of the effect. Very wispy and very thin now that it's not spilling out onto the floor. And while we still have some effect coming out, lifting the bucket doesn't quite kill the effect, but it's close enough. Okay, so there you go. That's our first run through for the Nimbus. We're going to take a break, reset. Should obviously take about 15 minutes to reboil the water, which will probably need topping up. Let's come around and see inside the grate now. Yeah, the bucket is pretty much empty. See just a little bit in there. Can't see where the water level is. Well, the water level didn't go down that far actually. Just literally dropping the bucket is back into the water level. Okay, there you go. We'll show you another cut of that. We're going to, what were we going to do?
Reset.
We're going to reset, but yes, there was a reason for the reset. Oh, I want to try it with a couple of pin spots through the steam to see how that goes, and get something we can actually measure out 2 kilos into, and so we don't get that flow over. Okay, thanks for now. We'll show you the second video as soon as we're ready. Bye.